Yo, how's it going, boys? Welcome back to a brand new video, and it has been quite a minute, boys. It has been quite a minute. I have not played Dota in a while, but look, that's okay. I have all these losses. It doesn't matter because we're gonna be doing a bounty hunter guide, and bounty hunter is honestly one of my favorite heroes in the game. And it is one of my favorite support heroes. Not because he's good, but because he is just so fucking annoying that if I'm playing against bounty hunter, I hate it. If I'm playing with a bounty hunter, I hate it even more. Alright, this is one hero you don't want on your team or on the enemy team because I'll tell you why. Alright, so bounty hunter, what you need to know about playing bounty hunter is that this hero is probably one of the greediest heroes. If not, he's one of those greedy heroes, but he also really helps out your team because of track. And to basically explain bounty hunter, there's two ways to build this hero. So there's the autistic way and there's the actual legit way. So bounty hunter, you can play bounty hunter as a core, support, anything mid. He's kind of like versatile like that. But generally, I think support position 4 bounty hunter is probably the most legit. Position 3 could also work. Position 5 bounty hunter generally means that your carry is going to have a very bad time. And carry bounty hunter is just a grief. So yeah. So the autistic way of playing bounty hunter is this, right? You get Aghanims and then you start throwing your shurikens around. If you don't know, this is basically a way to get a shit ton of gold. And then people go like, what, Aether Lens? Into all the items that actually don't do anything at all, but we're not going to be teaching you that. So I'm going to go through the actual way on how to be a good bounty hunter position for support or whatnot. So looking at the skilling, right, this is how you want to skill bounty hunter. The skilling, it's actually, you know what, before I even tell you about the skilling, I'm going to go through like what this hero actually does. So bounty hunter as a hero, what he does is that he is basically like a scouter that you can place wards and stuff because you have an invisibility, like a free invisibility that has a movement speed slow, and you can walk around invis basically, which is very cool. And believe it or not, that makes the hero like a good support because you can place wards, you can scout out enemies and stuff like that. And another thing about bounty hunter, he's a nuker, right? So his right click does bonus damage, and this is physical, I believe this is physical damage if I'm not mistaken. So this is physical damage, which is very, very good. And we just add so that's like what, like at max level is like 160 bonus damage out of nowhere. The gold steal is just annoying as hell. I'll explain. It's actually a mental game when you play bounty. Like when you're playing bounty hunter, it's more about the mental game than anything. And his Q does an insane amount of nuke for absolutely no reason. And this is even more broken once you get some track going, which actually makes this not autistic. Like this is actually a legit build with the Aghanim Scepter. So at level 1, it does 150 damage. What other spell in the game does that shit? Like nothing. Storm doesn't do that. There's actually not a single spell in the game that does more than that amount of damage. Like I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's actually straight up no. Okay, power shot, but this is like charged up and it gets reduced. So yeah, this is just insane. And there's a stunt too. What else is there? Oh yeah, track. Basically, more crits. The only reason why you want to track people is 1, you become fast as fuck. 2, you can see where they are. So if they're roshing, if they're doing whatever, and they don't have like manta, Yules, or any kind of purge, you want to track them the whole time. And then you just get, like, if they die, your allies get a shit ton of gold, you get a shit ton of gold. It actually makes your team be able to come back in the worst of situations. And let's just look at my skin here. This is a sexy skin. So the way how you want to play bounty hunter is that level 1, almost always you would go for Janata, right? If you're trying to steal bounty runes against like 3 people, let's say, maybe go for Shadow Walk. But I would say that's kind of risky because it's really like 50-50, right? If you're clicking on it. And at the same time, like, that's the only reason why you're using it for the rune. It is a slow as well. But I would say Janata is so much better because you can hit them like 3 times in the rune fights, and that's like what? 12 times 3 gold, 36 gold. That's pretty good if you ask me. Shuriken throw, this is not bad too. This can actually help with first blood. It is a mini stun. It can cancel TPs. It can do a lot of damage. It's pretty good. But I would almost always skill Janata first. And the common mistake that people do is actually getting Shadow Walk. I honestly don't think Shadow Walk is that good because, look, here's the thing, right? People buy sentries against Bounty Hunter and they place it in lane. So either they're smart and they do it right away, or they place a reverse psychology where they don't place it until you skill Shadow Walk, which is what you should do. So some supports just plot it down because they see a bounty, but then the Bounty Hunter doesn't even skill Shadow Walk. And by the time the Sentry Ward already ran out, because it's been like 8 minutes, he skill Shadow Walk. You know what I mean? So I like to go for the Shuriken and then Janata. And then I go for more Shuriken points. Because this gives me the ability to... This is level 4, right? Level 5, you're like this. This gives you the ability to gank mid, essentially. Like, this does a shit ton of damage, by the way. This combo does a lot of damage at level 1. Like, look at this. Yeah. This is pretty insane. Level 6, always get your track at the possible level. Max out your Janata first. Max out Shuriken Toss after. This spell skills, like, terribly because, even at level 1... Besides the fade delay and the slow movement slow duration, the 15-second cooldown already allows you to be invisible permanently. It is a high mana cost thing, but that's why you get clarities, right? And also you're going to be buying mana boots because that's the correct way to bounty. And then you get these. Over here, Janata damage is good movement speed. If you're a support, just go movement speed. Honestly, because, like, who cares? You're not going to be right-clicking people. Shuriken Toss damage is very good actually. The health is also very good. You know, if you're dying a lot and you're not really like all you're trying to do in the game is tracking people, then go for the health. Right? Sometimes in the game, all the bounty needs to do is to go jump the backline, make the supports use their heals or whatever on themselves. Like, let's say if there's an Oracle, right? Like, let's say if there's an Oracle or CM, right? Or like a CM or something, right? So let's say the CM has like a Ghost Scepter or a Yule's or some kind of Glimmer Cape. The Oracle has a save. Sometimes as a Bounty Hunter, you just want to go on the backline and then kill the supports. Or for the least, make the supports have to ult. You know, make the supports have to ult on you, right? Or like the Oracle have to use the ulti on himself, right? Stuff like that. You want to go on the backline. Canceling TPs, canceling spells, you know, canceling blink daggers even, scouting out enemies. Most of the time, your job is just to track people. You're not actually there to do damage. Like, as a support bounty, it doesn't really matter. All your job is, and the only thing that matters is just tracking people. Aether Lens is even viable, but the thing about Aether Lens is that it's only like a little bit more cast range for 2k gold. And for that money, you can just buy something like Griefs, right? But sometimes I like to go for the Shuriken Toss damage. Gold Steal is nice. And at level 25, this is actually hard. Because 40% evasion, you're basically a PA. But then again, people generally have MKB this patch, so it might not be that good. But the track gold, it is a shit ton of track gold. The only problem with this track gold is that at level 25, a lot of your carries, like if you're playing position 4 bounty, by the time you have this talent, your carries are already 6 slotted anyway. I mean, it is good for buyback, right? So that's also a thing. But yeah, this is essentially your skill build. Okay, item build wise. Item build wise is actually fairly simple. So as a bounty hunter support, you know, get Quelling Blade, because Quelling Blade is like the go-to item nowadays. Everyone and their mothers get this item. Windlace, more faster movement speed so you can chase people down. Like when you're tracking like more than 2 people, you're actually running super fast. You're like running faster than like a lot of people. Let's just say that. Hold on. Let me just show you real quick. Let's say if you have phase boots. Look how fast. You're running at haste speed. This is actually haste. This is haste speed right here. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I would say, you know, get a stick. And generally, so if you're winning very hard, you can go for Spirit Vessel or drums, right? Drums is just for like, oh, I'm just gonna build drums because I don't know what to build. Spirit Vessel is for like Morphling, Alchemist, like any hero you want to hunt down, or just like a Spectre. Solar Crest is for like Wraith Kings or heroes that have low armor, or you want to buff your own teammates. Let's say they have a PA, right? You want to buff your own team. That's really good. Let's say you have a Sven or Ursa or something, or Medusa. That's really good. If they have something like a Bat Rider or some shit, you know, Lotus Orb is very nice. If they have a Slardar, you can purge off things for your team and it protects them. You know, it's annoying for people to use single target spells on them. So that's what I would go. If you have like a carry like Sven or Ursa that needs lifesteal, going Vlad's can also be good. But most of the time what I realize is that you don't need all these items, because what ends up happening is that you just always go boots, right? And then naturally you go arcane boots because you need mana and you have mana problems. And then what happens after is that if you don't need to go, if you don't have to go these items, like I'm talking about Halberd, right? Meteor Hammer, situational items. Last time I won Halberd on Bounty Hunter was like never, bro. Blade Mail is also pretty shit as well, because you're not tanky at all. You're not going to be tanking anything. If I'm not going Spirit Vessel, I'm usually going just straight up Greaves. The only time you don't go Greaves if you have an offlane Underlord and he's going to go Greaves, right? So Greaves is just nice, because this makes Bounty Hunter tanky, right? And if I'm going Pipe, Crimson Guard is a little bit overkill. You could even go like, what's it called? Lotus Orb is nice. After that, just go something like I know Vlad's is nice too. You can even go AC. Like, you can carry aura items if your offlaner doesn't want to, and this makes you hella tanky too. So you can go Shivas, right? So this makes you super tanky. Now, the thing about Bounty Hunter is that people don't expect you to build these items. And then as a last item, you can either go Scythe or Abyssal Blade. Because, as you know, Scythe and Abyssal Blade is the ultimate endgame item. There's actually not a single item in the endgame that is more OP than an Abyssal Blade or Scythe. Because disables, man. That's the name of the game in the late game. How long you can perma-hex someone without them moving a single bit. That's about it. But yeah, as you can see, as a Bounty Hunter, people generally don't expect you to be so tanky. But what happens is that if you build all these tanky items, they will try to go on you, and then you tank the fuck up, and then your team just finishes the job. And you can heal them too. Like, because you have so much gold, you can build these items, right? If you're playing like a position for Spirit Breaker, let's say, if you're not going to be ganking a lot, you actually don't really have a lot of gold. But as a Bounty Hunter, like as a Spirit Breaker or Clockwork, but as a Bounty, you always have gold. Like, for some reason, you just always have gold, as long as you're tracking people, okay? If you're one of these players who goes up and kills someone without tracking, or a team fight has started, you have not tracked 3 people already before the fight started, or within like a couple seconds when the fight started, you're a bad Bounty Hunter player. All you have to know is track people, cancel stuff, try to bait out spells in the backline, and use your items like this. Basically tank up and let your team take over for you, because that's all really Bounty Hunter can do as a support, unless you're trying to play mid or something. If you're winning very like a lot, you know, just go Ags. Who cares, man? It's for the memes, bro. Like, watch this. Like, Ags is actually super fun, and it allows you to just be annoying, right? Oh yeah, also don't forget, if you track someone, you can toss this to a creep and it still hits them, by the way, which is pretty cool. Alright, now let's go through some of what Bounty Hunter, like what you need to know as a Bounty Hunter. Alright, so this is what you need to know as a Bounty Hunter. During the laning stage, what you want to do is abuse Janata. Every time you can, hit the carry or the support. It doesn't even matter. Generally, if the carry is like a Wraith King or a Spectre that's trying to do a Radiance rush, I know Spectres don't go for Radiances anymore, Well, let's say they have an alchemist or something that wants to rush an early, let's say early radiance, right? Or AM that's trying to rush an early battle fury, or PA, you know, even like Rickies that want to get their diffusal blade timings. Just hit them, hit the fuck out of them. They will be so paranoid, they will be so scared, and the thing is, if I'm playing carry and the bounty hunter is like hitting me every time it's off cooldown, I'm actually like freaking the fuck out because I'm losing so much gold. And if you're hitting the support a lot, what's gonna end up happening is that the support is gonna have no gold, and then the support is gonna be like broke. He's gonna not be able to buy wards. He's not gonna be able to have boots like in the 10-minute mark. But generally, like as a support, even if he does have boots, it doesn't even matter that much. You know, you can fuck with the support a little bit. But generally, once the carry starts going to jungle, what you want to do is this. So if your mid laner is like a Storm or like a Quap and you have very good kill potential, go mid and gank with them, right? By all means. But if you have like an Arc Warden or an Alchemist or some kind of DK that kind of just want to sit mid and do their own thing, then don't go mid. Just go and hunt down the carry who's jungling. Like if they have something like a TB, right? Perfect example. As a TB, I'm hella scared of the bounty hunter. Because guess what? He hits me. Oh, wait, what the heck? I one-shotted the guy? He hits me, and then his shuriken does like half his HP. Oh, because he's level 1, right? Yeah, but you get the point, boys. Like, shurikens, because how much damage shuriken does, Terror Blades have like 0 HP. So, like, it already does like half their HP pool, like this combo. And then you go in with this again. You can also like wait until they're about to kill the creep and then you kill it instead. That is so annoying, man. If I'm about to kill a big like hellbear and then you do that shit, I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm already tilted, right? They're gonna be crying to their support. It's gonna kill the morale of the team. Heroes like Bounty Hunter, Ricky, like you have to basically play your hero like as annoying as possible, and that's what you do. You hunt the carry down, you steal their gold, right? Stun them, and then you take their last hit. Like any carry that does that, one, they're gonna have their radiance timing delayed hella late, like by 5 minutes if you do your job correctly. And two, yeah, but you always want to be checking for wards, so you want to put wards down in their jungle so you make sure they can't see you, and you want to make sure they don't have dust, right? If they do, don't die, because if you're trying to do your bullshit and then you die to him like once or twice, all your hard work is gone. You fed all the gold that he missed right back to him. That's actually a mistake a lot of people make. If you're gonna do this shit, you have to be good at it. You have to learn not to feed yourself away, essentially. And what else is there? Oh yeah, the biggest counter is the bounty hunter. So the biggest counters to bounty hunter are heroes that can fight you back. So heroes that you can't really hit or track. So heroes that well, PA, you know, PA is actually very easy. Ursa's too. Like, you can just go invis, right? I'll say the worst counters for Bounty Hunter for a carry is, like, not really a lot. AM can burn your mana, but he's also very squishy. Well, basically every hero that's, like, a mid-hero kind of counter, like, Quap kind of fucking kills Bounty Hunter. Necros, Razors, like, any, you know, Lycans. Yeah, Lycan with the Necro 3 bucks. Slardar, you know, all these heroes, like, they also just lock you down and kill you, right? You can't really just like kill a Quap, you know what I mean? She's gonna blink away, she's gonna dagger your ass and scream at you and you're dead, right? So that's that. But the heroes who counter Bounty Hunter a lot is like Zeus. One, because he can see you, right? He does a shit ton of burst, and Bounty has low HP. Like, he has one of the lowest HP. 2.5 is not very high. It's like decent, but it's not very good. I wonder what Alchemist was. Yeah, it's actually lower than Elk. So the heroes that really counter you are heroes that can purge off your track. So Legion, right? Press the attack. Oracle is another very good one that can purge it off for teammates, right? Oracle, what else is there? Abaddon, also very, very good against Bounty Hunter. And also, he doesn't really care. You can't really burst the guy. He saves his team. Heroes like Jug, Lifestealer, Naga Siren, Phantom Lancer. Yeah, Phantom Lancer is a big one. Purges off your track. You don't do shit to illusions at all. Okay, it doesn't matter if you have Aghanims or not. You don't do shit. You're weak. And yeah, all of the above. So even CK to a certain extent. Heroes that buy Manta naturally, like Anti-Mage in the late game. So that can purge off your track, right? That's a big thing. And also, Rubik can steal your track too. But yeah, those heroes. The heroes that you counter are the heroes who wants to get an early Radiance timing, like Elk or Wraith King or Spectre. Like heroes that needs to farm. Sven, you're also pretty good at. Or heroes that likes to play in the backlines or play alone, like Nature's Prophet. He hates getting tracked. He wants to make sure you don't know where he is. You know, Tinkers, stuff like that. You know, people who wants to play in the background. Even Ricky's, yeah. You actually counter Invis heroes. You get countered by people that counter Invis heroes. You also counter Invis heroes, like Clinks. But yeah, that's about it for Bounty Hunter. I know this was a little bit rushed, but hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out the Twitch, check out the Discord, check out the Patreon, check out the anything and everything, boys. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.